So far in these lessons, we've only been exploring the previews of the template itself, but we have not gotten into what the custom post pages look like. So let's have a look at those. Please note that I'm not affiliated in any way with Bricks Builder. It's your responsibility to perform a site backup before making changes. So if we go back into the video classes from this link here, and then we just click on view, you'll be able to see that the video comes in, but nothing else. And that's because the template that we created is not attached to the custom post type. So in order to do that is go into our template and then come up to the settings tab here, and then click on template settings. And here you want to click on conditions. Here we need to add a condition where when we have a post type that is equal to video classes, it shows this template. So let's go ahead and save this. We'll go back to our classes and let's go ahead and just refresh this page. And as you can see now, it all displays correctly. The only thing we need to do is fix some of the minor things going on in the content area, fix the button, and add a couple of more custom fields. So in order to save time, I went ahead and added a couple of fields here. I've added the main points field, which has got the WYSIWYG editor, which I'll show you in just a bit, and then a button URL here for the link at the bottom of the page. And in this content area here, I'm going to go ahead and edit this because I don't want a text area. I want this WYSIWYG editor to show up in this area. So let's just choose that here and save changes. Also, on some of these fields, I have purposely deleted the default value of the main points. And you'll see why in just a bit when I add a couple of more conditions to the page. We're going to go back into our template, just make a couple of edits down here. So in this section down here, just call this overview. And the right side is going to be for links. The left side is going to be for the main points. So I'm just going to call this main points. And for the main points, remember I created that custom field that I showed you. So let's change that. Just click on this. We'll come over here and get rid of some of the things that were copied over. And we'll just go ahead and use the main points field. We're not too concerned with linking anything there. And come down to the button. Let's just call this next lesson. Remember I showed you the URL. That's going to end up here as a dynamic data underneath the link. For that, we're going to use the button URL. So now while we're here, let's add another couple of conditions on the page itself. So in Bricks, we could turn off this section if there is no header tag in the post itself. So let's click on this container and come up here where it says conditions. Go ahead and add a condition. And then in this first box here, to say dynamic data, and we're going to show this container only when the head to tag is not empty. So that's a way of turning off this whole section. And the other section here can be turned off if we add a condition, and we'll say the same thing, dynamic data, the main points field. If that is not empty, we'll go ahead and show this. So that allows us to reuse this template for other things, like perhaps we only want to show a contact form up here, or we want to show a thank you page. We can use our custom post type for that. Before I forget, let me just do the same thing with the button. So let's create a condition for that. So this will say dynamic data and button URL. If this button URL is not empty, we'll go ahead and show this. So I'll save this and let me show you how that all works. Let's go ahead and edit this video here. In our customer fields down here, we've got our H1 and H2 tag here. we've got these filled out. We've got our link text and so forth. Then we've got this main point section here. This time, let's not have this head tag. So now we got just this top section, whatever's in the post is going to show up there. And as mentioned, if we don't have a URL specified in this button, this will not show either. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this button URL because I wanted to show you what happens. As well, let's just add some content here. Let's just say we had a thank you heading here, for example, and let's give it a H2 tag here and save it. Let's go ahead and preview this page. I didn't want to get rid of this video, but I could if I wanted to, for example. And then in this top section, this could be whatever you want to put in here, whether it be a video or text or any sort of content. So let's go back again to the custom post and let's fill in some of this field so you can get a good feeling for what it does. So we're going to get rid of this. I'm just going to cut and paste these fields in here as I go. Our H1 will be the intro to Bricks Builder. Our H2 will be what's inside Bricks Builder. And then we'll put some content into this WYSIWYG editor. And the video link for this, we're going to link out to the Bricks Builder tutorial. So we'll just call the link text Bricks Builder tutorials. And the link itself will be, you don't have to worry about this link text because we already have that covered in this field here. I'm going to take this and put it down here. We'll use this. Because we have this WYSIWYG editor, we could format it with bolded text and so forth. In our button URL, we'll just link it to a video one, which is linking it really to itself, but we don't have video ready. So let's just save this and we'll view it. In the next video, we're going to have a look at how to implement schema into the head of the page. If you're not familiar with what schema is, it's essentially adding specific tags into your code. It will help Google understand what the page is all about and thereby rank you better in the search results.